What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're going to check out the counter guide for the final Registeel in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited about these Regis by now? If you are not, I understand, but if you are, let's do it because this is going to be the final counter guide of the three. Like I said, I want you guys to understand deeper than me just saying, hey, use this counter, right? Like, I want you to understand why we use certain counters, and if you don't have like a Kyogre for the Regirock, you can easily substitute another water type attacker because you understand. So that's better for me to do than to just be like, hey, here's a 2-minute video, use these counters, bye. Right? Because that's not really going to do fundamentally going towards the future for you guys. So like I said before, I've already done an excellent throw tutorial. So if you want to check it out here, you can. It may be slightly different, but the mechanics and everything like that, the attack animation are going to be virtually the same. So you can start getting that prepped and ready to go. I will also drop it at the end of the video for anybody that wants to watch through this counter guide and then see it at the end. So we're going to get into it right now. We have Registeel, the last of the trio, which is going to be an all steel type Pokemon in Pokemon Go. So let's get into the details right now. So Registeel, being an all steel type Pokemon, is going to be weak to fighting, ground, and fire combination. It is arguably the safest moveset Pokemon to have. It doesn't have any movesets that are going to stick out that are really going to hurt some of the counters that can be used, similar to the Regis or the Regirock, right? Because they have two different counters that can do damage to the counter guides that we recommended, right? But this one is much more safe. So we're going to get into all of the top counters right now to make sure you know exactly what's going on. But first, we want to know what the 100% IVs are. So since it's a steel type Pokemon, it's going to be boosted only in the snowy weather. So for the 100% IV level 20, no weather boost, $13.98. And then under boosted conditions, level 25, you can catch it at $17.48, 100% IV. And that's going to be in the snowy weather, which I am not going to be having. I can pretty much guarantee you that as of yet. So we're going to get into the top counters, then we're going to check out how the weather affects it, and then now we're going to get into the top counters, then we're going to check out how the weather affects it, including its movesets and everything else that we need to know. So checking it out right now, we have the top counters. Number one, arguably, is the Chandelure with the Fire Spin Overheat combination. And why I say that is because it's just a little bit glassy, not maybe the overall best, but in my opinion, the best two are going to be the Moltres with these Fire Spin Overheat and then the Entei with the Fire Spin Overheat combination. In preferably, I think the Entei is going to be the best because it's a little bit more tankier and it doesn't take any type of increased damage to any of the Registeel movesets. So that's the one that I would definitely be propagating my party in the front part for. That's definitely going to be the Entei. Super excited to use it and have a shiny that I maxed out, which I'm super excited about. I love Entei. And the next counters are going to be, we can use the Heatran with the Fire Spin Fire Blast. We can use the Charizard with the Fire Spin Blast Burn. We can also use the Blaziken with the Counter Blast Burn. Then we can use the Machamp with the Counter Dynamic Punch. It is going to be basically the best generalist over all these guys. If you want to have a super stupid simple party, just do all Machamps. And then you can use the Breloom with the Counter Dynamic Punch. We can use the Hariyama with the Counter Dynamic Punch, and if you want to keep going, I'll put a couple counters here. You guys can definitely pause the video and check them out if you don't have availability to those other counters. But like I say, as always, I highly suggest you guys stay towards the top to make sure that you guys have all of the best counters to take them down faster, to get you more Pokeballs in the raid boss to catch it. Now we're going to check out the moveset. We have the Metal Claw and the Rock Smash for the quick moves. Then as far as the charge moves, we have the Flash Cannon, Focus Blast, and the Hyper Beam. So all of the Regis are going to have the fighting moves intermixed in there, but then they're going to have a unique combination unique to their typing or even some of the off typing movesets. So this one, like I said, is going to be the easiest to take down because it doesn't have any of these like left curveball throws where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't use all my Kyogres because it now has an electric move. And a Registeel party size is going to be recommended of 5 to 6 players. Theoretically, you can trio it. It's going to be very hard. You're going to need a lot of maxed out guys, but theoretically, it can be done. So if you do want to be the safest, you can use the Entei because it's going to be the tankiest. It's going to have the best TDO times DPS overall in the fight, but it's not going to be delivering the most DPS overall. But for me, I like to have that nice combination. That's why I do the best of the best videos to make sure that we know exactly what we're utilizing. And that's why I really suggest utilizing the Entei here as at least the #1 spot in your team. So now we're going to check out how the weather conditions affect fighting with the counters. So in the sunny weather, we're gonna get boosts to our ground and our fire types. This is definitely the time to pull out all of your fire and ground type Pokemon, and preferably the fire type Pokemon. In the cloudy weather, we're gonna get a boost to our fighting type Pokemon, and we're also going to get a boost to the Registeel's fighting type moveset. So it's gonna be increased damage. And then in the partly cloudy, we're gonna get a boost to the Registeel's Hyper Beam, which is going to make it even more difficult to take down because that moveset is going to deal a lot of pretty neutral damage to just about everything. And then the last weather condition that's going to have effect is going to be the snow, which is going to boost the Registeel to a level 25, and it's also going to boost the Metal Claw and the Flash Cannon moveset. So where are we sitting at? What are our parties going to look like when we're going to get up against this guy? So you can definitely use that all Machamp party. However, with this particular Registeel, I would highly suggest utilizing your fire type Pokemon because it is going to be the best case scenario. So in my opinion, I would suggest setting up your party with 2 Entei's followed up by like Moltres and other high DPS fire attackers. Or you could put the Entei's towards the back. The other thing you can do is then have your fighting type party. So once your party dies out, if it dies out, you can then just quickly switch to the universal fighting type party for the Pokemon trio. So that's the best case scenario. Having those 2 parties set up, there's nothing really that puts a like, I need to have 2 set up and then back out if any type of movesets come up. It's really just fire Pokemon and then fighting Pokemon, just the universal party, right? So you don't really need to have too many additional parties sitting in there. That's the best case scenario. So
here we go, guys, a little bit of throwback footage for the Registeel excellent throw. So right here is going to be the smallest great throw that you can get, and then if we go a little bit smaller, we have the biggest excellent throw, a little bit smaller than the biggest, but that's about where I feel comfortable throwing, so I'm just going to throw that in there. And then make sure to watch as the Registeel does his attack. He does it quite frequently and quite often, so once I feel comfortable, I've seen the attack a couple times, I go ahead and set the circle to where I want it to be, and I do not pick the ball up until the Registeel is going to attack. So if we pick the ball up right here, he's already starting to attack, and then we're going to release it before the Registeel is done attacking. If we do it properly, just as we did right there, the ball will hit the excellent throw just as it's finishing. So here we go. We're going to go up, right? This is going to be about the throw radius of where I'm going to be doing these excellent throws. So you want to check those 2 out because that's kind of where I spin it between. I'm not doing huge circles. It's not like a Kyogre. It's right about the middle, and then we're going to go ahead and throw it right here. This is going to be the release point, so definitely notice where the Registeel's arm is and where it's on its way back, because this is about as perfect of a throw as you can get because the Registeel was about to go and do a second attack. However, we threw it so perfectly that we timed it up and got it away. So here we go, and notice we're going to miss that one. So I just didn't put quite enough oomph on that one to get it all the way there, and it's really that delicate throwing these excellent throws. You really have to hone it in and be at your highest potential and really focus on your finger movement and where it's releasing and how much speed you're getting. So this is about the excellent throw right there, and then boom, right in the middle. So that was just a little bit late in my opinion because the Registeel was sitting there for a little bit too long with the circle popped up. Ideally, we would be hitting the ball exactly at the exact same time as that circle pops. So here we go again, and we're going to hit that excellent throw in fast motion just so you guys can see it, and we're going to do a couple more right here. We're going to do 1 miss and 1 make so you guys know exactly what's going on, because I want you guys to know and have a feel for it. Right when Registeel comes out, you guys know exactly how to hit these excellent throws. So if you check that one out, that was just a little bit too far to the right of a release, and that's why we went off right there. So this was the first one that I ever did, and then if we're going to go ahead again, do it one more time so you guys can check it out in slow motion. But just remember that one that I told you guys about and had it paused, that's going to be the best one that we can do. And then here we go with the release. I held on to it just a smidge too long, but I got it off just in time that the circle did not resize.
Look out for the 100% IVs. Make sure to look out for those shinies. Make sure to stay after it. Make sure to stay consistent. And if you guys are out there and you have those 10 raid passes, make sure to take full advantage of this. We're going to have a decent amount of parties set up and be ready to. And like I said before, if you want to check out that excellent throw tutorial or any of the other counter guides or any of the other excellent throw tutorials for any of the Regi trios, you can definitely check it out here in my playlist. So I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. I hope this helps you guys out, and we are ready, prepped to get more, and hopefully all of us are going to get those shinies. So thank you for tuning in, all my likers, commenters, subscribers, and Patreon members. I'm going to see you guys out on the next video. Peace.
I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.